Oh my goodness, I am so excited. We have finished the complete works of Florence Scovel Shinn, and it was everything I knew it would be. It has already changed my life in so many ways. It has strengthened my faith in God, infinite spirit, whatever you want to call that supreme being in your life that reminds you that one, it's not all about you. Two, there's something bigger than you out there. This one, oh, it reinforced it. So I just want to really get into it. I mean, I got little dog ears, I got big dog ears. Can you see it? I don't play about my books. I'm writing all up in them. I'm highlighting down. You're not gonna make me feel bad. I bought my book and I need the tea. So I really wanted to come on here and just share what a great resource this book is. It is the complete works of Florence Scovel Shinn, her 4 books, The Game of Life and How to Play It, Your Word is Your Wand, The Secret Door to Success, and The Power of the Spoken Word. But before I get into some of the insights, the themes, and the aha moments, I want to give you a little bit background about Florence Scovel Shinn because she resonates with me in so many ways. She had a very, very, colorful life, but it was in her middle years, as it is written about her middle years, so 40 plus, that she really got into her new age work and really sharing the work and sharing a different perspective on the Bible and how to actually really utilize the words in the words and affirm what it is that you want for your life. And I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to give a little bit of timeline about her. Okay. Helicopter. And then, I'm just going to go through some of the passages that really, really resonated with me. And I hope that they resonate with you. And I will also leave a link in the comments below so that you can grab this wonderful work. And I promise you, you will share it with other people. I'm standing on it. All right. So here's a little bit about the journey of Florence Scovel Shinn. First things first, she was born in 1871 in Camden, New Jersey. In 1897, she married Everett Shinn and she began her career as an illustrator. So she was working in the visual arts. In 1925, she published her first book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. And it really became what many say are or is a foundational text for new thought literature. Her work actually is before Neville Goddard, which a lot of us know. And I first learned about Florence Scovel Shinn over at the Reality Revolution, where Brian Scott reads a lot of wonderful occult books and mystical texts and channeled messages. Just it's a fascinating channel, and it really can help further unlock so many things that are just you innately know. It's just been, hidden and buried down within you. So moving along, 1928, Shin released Your Word is Your Wand. And so that really digged into the metaphysical and the self-help circles. And that really, it's kind of, there's a book called The Science of Mind. And it was really there in that book, Your Word is Your Wand. Your Word is Your Wand, that she really helped to make sense of biblical principles and using them in practical everyday life. 1940, she published her third book, The Secret Door to Success, and that offered more information about positive thinking and the power of affirmations. In 1940, she also passed away. And today, her legacy just continues to live on. So that was just a quick timeline about her. Her work really is timeless, and there are so many real life examples of her work. And in a way, it's given a bit of Jesus tease. And what I mean by that is her work became so impactful, and it started, moving around through this, word of mouth circles, because, there was no internet. Nobody was DMing you. Nobody was sending you a text message or beeping you. At best, somebody was sending you a handwritten letter. And how long was that going to take to get to you? If you lived across the country and you heard about Florence. But what they had in her, because she had a track record of success working with other people by giving them affirmations, they had so much belief in her. And it reminded me of like the belief that people of that woman, that people period had in Jesus back during that time. But that woman who had the issue of blood, she believed that, child, all I got to do is touch the hem of his garment and I'm going to be healed. I will be made whole. The thing that Jesus was trying to teach everyone is that you have that power within you, and I have that power within me. All you do need to do is believe and speak it. He spent so much of his time and energy trying to help people overcome disbelief, overcome their fear, and increase their faith. And it's hard because you live in this 3D world. So it's like, okay, all this sounds good, Sarita, but girl, like the bank statement says something different. Trust me, I know. Nevertheless, there is immense power in the words that we speak, the power of the tongue, whether you speak life or you speak death. It all is going to show up in your actual world. So, really think about how your word is your wand and how it could be affecting your life, right? There have been so many affirmations that I have used that have helped me tremendously in shifting my mind and having just a much better self concept about myself. And one that I have posted in front of me on my mirror, my desk, is: the ground I am on is holy ground. The ground I am on is successful ground. No matter where I go, no matter where my feet land, whether it's in my hometown or your hometown or his hometown, or if I put my feet on Mars, is holy and is successful. It's like what Hope said: put me anywhere on this earth, I'll triple my worth. Period. That's just that divine essence. That is that Christ consciousness that is available to you, is available to all of us. So I want to now just, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna start with what I have here with my paper clips, because that must have been extra important if I put a paper clip in there. So this is from the section on prosperity from the book Your Word is Your Wand. Man comes into the world financed by God with all that he desires or requires already on his pathway. This supply is released through faith and the spoken word. If thou canst believe, all things are possible. For example, a woman came to me one day to tell me of her experience in using an affirmation she had read in my book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. She was without experience, but desired a good position on the stage. Okay, get on the stage. She took the affirmation: Infinite Spirit, open the way for my great abundance. I am an irresistible magnet for all that belongs to me by divine right. She was given a very important part in a successful opera. She said it was a miracle due to that affirmation, which I repeated hundreds of times. And that's the secret sauce. It's in the repetition. When you continue to repeat I am prosperous. I am healthy. I am whole. I am complete. The ground I am on is holy ground. The ground I am on is successful ground. It seeps into your psyche and then it radiates out. You really do become a magnet. Another one that I have on my mirror in my bedroom from Miss Florence is I am harmonious, poised, and magnetic. My power comes through God and it is irresistible. Honey, you say that to yourself enough times. I mean, you really do become it. It's like a magnet, you know? But that I do, you can do and do more of it. So let's keep it pushing. The two affirmations that I have highlighted that really resonated with me from this section on prosperity was I spend money under direct inspiration, wisely and fearlessly, knowing my supply is endless and immediate. I am fearless in letting money go out, knowing God is my immediate and endless supply. And in this current economic climate, those two can be really hard to believe, especially if your situation says otherwise. However, again, it's continually saying and repeating this. The power really is in the repetition because you break those strongholds that have been in your mind that says the only way that I can get money is by working hard through my blood, sweat, and tears, that my gifts and talents are not enough, that I don't know the right people, all of these things, because the circumstances, some of that stuff could very well be true. You may not know the right people. There may be a lot of systemic things up against you. Honey, I'm Black, I'm a woman, I know. But what I also know is God got me. And in God's economy, it's overflowing with streets of gold. Okay? Streets of gold. And I really think that that's the one thing that a lot of people are getting to, but so many people still struggle with. And it really is the idea that your word really is your wand. If you think it, you can achieve it, positive or negative. And the more you speak life into your life and over your situations and over your circumstances, the more those mountains really start to come down. New inspiration, new insights, new opportunities start to show up. Synchronicities and things that help bring you further along your path do start to open up. And it's by trusting the process, trusting that these simple words strung together in an affirmation can move mountains that your blood, sweat, and tears could never, because you weren't meant to. You really weren't meant to labor and toil. Your gifts really were and are meant to make room for you. We have a lot of things more democratized than ever before. With the internet, you can go online right now and share your hobbies, your interests, your fears, your insecurities. And there's a community that will embrace you and, dare I say, pay you to share more and be more of you. So embrace that and trust that your path will open up for you. Okay? All right, let me get some more. Marriage. Honey, she got a real paperclip. Unless marriage is built upon the rock of oneness, it cannot stand. Two souls, with but a single thought, two hearts that beat as one. The poet understood this, for unless man and wife are living the same thoughts or living in the same thought world, they must inevitably drift apart. Thought is a tremendous vibratory force, and man is drawn to his thought creations. For example, a woman and a man married and were apparently happy. The man became successful and his taste improved, but the wife still lived in a limited consciousness. Whenever the man brought anything, he went to the best shops and selected what he needed regardless of price. Whenever the wife went out, she haunted the 5 and 10 cent stores. He was living in thought on Fifth Avenue, and her thought world was on Third Avenue. Shade. Eventually, the break and separation came. We see this so often in the case of rich and successful men who desert their faithful, hardworking wives later in life. The wife must keep pace with her husband's tastes and ambitions and live in his thought world. For where a man thinketh in his heart, there is he. Now, this was also during a different time period. So I do disagree with the woman must keep pace with her husband's tastes and ambitions, but I do agree with they need to be living in the same thought world. And I think that that comes through honest and open communication, because the seasons in life change. The seasons in single life change, single to married life change. But some of those things, some of the themes are, relatively the same. Christmas is still coming when it comes. Somebody's, the parents are going to pass away. Children are going to be born. Pets are going to be bought. Recession is going to come, a layoff. So can we navigate and as a unit, as this one unit, so that we can be in that same thought world? I think we all should have our own ambitions and goals and hobbies, because I think that it keeps us interesting, it keeps us creative. And whether you share some of these hobbies with your partner or not, you just need to have your own thing going on, just period. I do believe in that. But the affirmation that really resonated and touched me was, I give thanks that the marriage made in heaven is now made manifest upon earth. I want what's right for me. I want what's ordained for me. And I'm not about to rush out here with any Tom, Dick, and Harry and riffraff entering in something so that I can have a party and throw the rice. And in 6 months, I'm down at the courthouse talking about I want a divorce. No, thank you. I want the marriage that's made in heaven to now be made manifest on earth. And if that means that the Lord is taking a little bit more time with me or them, so that that right thing can be manifest in earth. Not saying it's going to be perfect, because it's not. Nothing is perfect. Nobody is perfect. Try as hard as you might. But that's what I want made manifest in the earth. All right. Next one. Oh, I skipped over one. So that marriage one must have been important, honey. Ooh, love. Okay, so let's talk about where my thought pattern was, honey. All right. Love. I highlighted 3 affirmations here, so I'm just going to read that, and I'm going to trust that you are going to get this book for yourself and just enjoy it and soak it all in and live your best life. As I am one with God, the undivided one, I am one with my undivided love and undivided happiness. The light of Christ within now wipes out all fear, doubt, anger, and resentment. God's love pours through me, an irresistible magnetic current. I see only perfection and draw me my own. Ooh, ain't that it? But let's catch what was thrown. The light of Christ the light of Christ within now wipes out all fear that it ain't gonna never happen for me, all doubt, it ain't gonna never happen for me, I'm not gonna find the right person, all my relationships end in turmoil, and somebody always gets chosen over me. Child, who was hired number 1? All right, enough of the whole quotes. But you also are releasing anger and resentment, which again, if you want to have a healthy relationship, you don't want to have anger and bitterness still on your path, from past experiences. You want to get to a point where you forgive, you never forget. And then sometimes you can't forget. Somebody else might bring it up. You're like, I forgot all about that. Good, look at you. Or when an ex is brought up, you don't have like a visceral reaction unless they're just like gross and, 20 years later, they're still bothering you because they don't get the hint. Shade, no shade. Like, come on. Last one. I love everyone and everyone loves me. My apparent enemy becomes my friend, a golden link in the chain of my good. Listen, I love everyone and everyone loves me. My apparent enemy becomes my friend, a golden link in the chain of my good. Florence was on it. So how I use these affirmations, I put them on sticky notes. I tape them on my mirrors. I have one on my mirror in front of my desk. I have one mirror in my bedroom, and I have 2 affirmations from Florence on the mirror in my bathroom. I am surrounding myself with positive affirmations, words of wisdom to build my faith bank. Oh, that thing drop scared me. To build my faith bank. So that I remember who I am and whose I am. I don't, I live in this world. I'm not of this world. Everything I need, want, desire, and more is made available to me should I choose to accept the challenge of taking what's mine. So I just want to thank you for joining me today as I shared my enthusiasm and some parts of the book and just some of the concepts that Florence teaches in her work. And I want to invite you to check out my playlist called Fortunes by Florence, where I go and I read many of her affirmations, more of her insights and thoughts, and then just do a little bit of my own musings on how her work or those affirmations have played a role in my life, in my world, and really opening myself up to more abundance and joy. I will link that playlist below as well. And I do hope that this brought you some more insight for those of you like myself who are in your middle years. Your whole world can change. Florence's entire world changed. She was no longer, an illustrator and working in the visual arts. A new path had opened up for her, and she followed her intuition. She trusted the guidance that was given to her, and she really reinvigorated Jesus's work, right? And truly the work of the Bible. And she put it in layman's terms, like, listen. And so many people believe so much in her and her connection to the divine that they were getting healed and they was having miracles. And you can do the same thing. You can be the light that someone needs, and then a miracle will take shape in their life. You can do it for yourself and you can do it for somebody else. I say, treat your life as a whole experiment and just start having fun with this. Like, really start having fun with this. Another one of my favorites to use from Florence is, people love my energy and I get free things all the time. If nothing else, start with that one. Use it for a week. Come back to this video and tell me what you got, because it's going to happen. You're going to say it to yourself over and over again. It's just so easy. People love my energy and I get free things all the time. Money, flowers. Someone's just going to be thinking about you and be like, I bought this for you. It just had your name written all over it. It happened to me. It has happened to me. In less than a week, I got my aunt sent me $100. Shout out to you, Aunt Tammy. Thank you. My mama was out shopping on the Fashion Nova, And she says, Sarita, I saw a whole bunch of cute things. I just knew it would be perfect for you. I'm gonna send it to you. If don't work, let me know, and we just gonna send it back. Like, got a free meal. A friend of mine was just going out and thought of me. It's like, what you doing? And I was like, I'm just in the house chilling. You want to see it? I said, yeah, my treat, even better. That's always in the budget. Let's go. Don't come for me on this. I'm telling you, it works. I got to go because you got work to do. So, like this video, share it, subscribe, do all the things you know you're supposed to do over here on YouTube. You ain't new to this, you true to it. And this is Sarita, your Chief Spiritual Officer, signing out. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to talk to you again. Bye.